nothing to do with transfer. Want me to get these out, supplementals? Supplemental buildings.
Oh, imagine that. Late illness.
Not late. You can't hold up a whole process for one list.
You can tell Steve needs to do his, start to do his income tax now. Yes, as well. You can no longer show his anticipated revenue. See, my humor is a little dry right now.
Have you been heard from Mike Cicero?
He's doing good, well, he called me,
Yeah?
yeah, he's doing good, he thanked everybody.
Let me just sign here and here. You read the same form twice.
You want it?
It's the audit.
That's it.
I know you told me you read it cover to cover. It's really pathetic.
I took
That is deep land. That is deep land, yeah.
Isn't that what you do?
I'm going to call this meeting to order. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Joyce.
Mrs. Calvadas?
Here.
Mr. Kapadas?
Here.
Mr. White?
Here.
Mrs. Pasia? Here. Mr. Beatrice?
Here.
Mr. Wright?
Here.
And Mr. Bashir?
Here.
Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act has been given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough office on January 6, 2012. 2, mailed to retrospect and the carrier post on January 6, 2012. Communications.
The first communication is from Mike Cicero, thanking Mayor and Council for the fruit basket sent during his recovery from surgery. We have a note from Kathy DeSend and the library staff thanking Mayor and Council for their Christmas luncheon. And we have a letter from Councilman Frank Williams resigning his position.
I'd like to make a motion to receive and file communications 1 and 2, and receive and file with regret communication number 3.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. New business.
We have 4 used car lot licenses, Toyota, Bell Auto Sales, Auto Place USA, and Belmar Collision. For renewal, all paperwork is in order.
Can I have a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Kapadas?
Yes.
Mrs. Pasia? Yes. Mr. White?
Yes.
Mr. Beatrice?
Yes.
4 ayes, 2 absent.
I move that this be passed.
The next is Resolution 12-151. It's a resolution certifying that the governing body has reviewed the 2011 audit recommendations.
May I have a motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Kapadas?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Pasia? Yes. And Mr. Beatrice? 4 ayes, 2 absent.
I move that this resolution be adopted.
Resolution 12-152 is a resolution authorizing the transfer of the premium from the tax collector's redemption account to the general fund. This is another one of those
Nice.
things that we've ever, this is $9,900 because they actually was foreclosed on. So it wasn't a redemption within 5 years, so we get to keep the money.
I'll move for that resolution.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Pasia? Yes. Mr. White?
Yes.
Mr. Kapadas?
Yes.
And Mr. Beatrice?
Yes.
4 ayes, 2 absent.
I move this resolution be adopted.
Resolution Resolution 12-153 is a resolution authorizing an interlocal services agreement with the Black Horse Pike Regional School District. We just received this. We have no idea why it came this late, but it's the same amount as last year, and we have to have it on record. I have no idea why. We actually called, Rich had to call there to make sure we didn't already do this, because we've already been into the school year, and he's been
Yeah, we're 6
receiving,
months in, we are.
Yeah.
and he's been receiving funds for it already, so we just received it.
Can I have a motion?
I move for the adoption.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Kapadas?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Patsy? And Mr. Beatrice?
And just to note, by no means does that mean that I approve of armed police for teachers and any school
Wonderful.
systems.
Either way, I think that's hard.
I move that this resolution be adopted.
Well, this is a school resource officer, correct?
Yes.
Isn't that what they call it? And he's the resource.
But you know, when you've had remarks about cookies and candy canes, you want to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
12-154 is a resolution in opposition to the approval process for non-state health benefits plan, health insurance plans, as proposed by NJAC 5-30-18.1 through 18.4, and the New Jersey Administrative Code 6A 23A. I don't know, Tony, you know why we've been pressured to do this by,
We have agreed that this is not what we want to do. All I can tell you is that I believe this was circulated to every municipality in the state. Naturally, it's just like anything else, it's always two ways to look at things, but the devil is usually in the details, so if you want a little more time to...
Is this resolution from the league or is this from the our insurance company?
I'm not really sure about
this
that.
is from both, I think, but they primarily came to
I don't know.
me, to our insurance company.
That's why, I don't know who's...
I don't know, Rich, if you know more of the details of this. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I don't either.
Well, for me, I can tell you that the statutes for Chapter 78 do not include some of the things that the state has taken the liberty in the rules to require. So basically, I think that there's a disconnect between the rules being promulgated by the local finance board with regards to insurances and what Chapter 78 says. Now, of course, the legislature can just amend Chapter 78 and they can do what they want, but at this point in time, the requirements that they're doing, for instance, doesn't take into consideration dividends. It doesn't take into consideration more than 1 year's worth of history, so that if you have a bad plan year, you know, that you'll be trying to argue that you shouldn't go to the league or to the state plan. There's also issues with regards to competition right now. That basically, because the state plan is so large, there's only one broker. So I mean, these are just some of the things that are policy in the letter that I'm paraphrasing. So there was a lot of things that need to be clarified before they just make it the law of the land.
But I think that one of the most important things is under the state plan, you have no recourse. If the state comes out and says, this is it, you know, you have the senators and the assembly people that are voting on that. You have no say for that. That's one of the advantage of being in a health insurance fund that we're in.
Can I have a motion on that resolution?
I'll make
I'll second.
Okay, then.
I don't think we need a roll call.
Okay, I'll vote on it.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
And who made the motion?
Tony, Nick, second.
Resolution 12-155 is the transfer resolution that I said was hot off the presses. And that's the year-end transfers.
Have the motion.
I'll make the motion. You approve resolution 2012-155.
Nick, second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Kapadas?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Patsy? Yes. And Mr. Beatrice?
Yes.
I move that this resolution be adopted.
And Resolution 12-156 is a resolution authorizing the business administrator to negotiate an interlocal services agreement for the purposes of trash collection.
Rich, Richard, do you want to say a few words on that before I ask for a motion?
Absolutely, Mayor. Basically, what this is doing is giving me the official capacity to enter into talks with the Borough of Belmar. At the beginning of this year, I sat down with Councilman Peters and Councilman Suzuki, and we basically realized that our contract with Waste Management was coming to the end. One of the things is with regards to costs in smaller municipalities, you know, it isn't necessarily the best option to consolidate in every case, but when you can look at your neighbors who are doing a service and come up with interlocal service agreements and save money, I think it's a win-win for everybody. We're in very early preliminary talks. We have until May 31st when the contract expires, and it looks like we can save between 15 and 20% by doing an interlocal agreement with Borough of Belmar. So I think it's going to be a joint interlocal that's also going to include the Borough of Mount Eagle. So somehow the manpower on their side, which doesn't really concern us as long as the trash keeps with them. So we have some things to work out, the routes and things of that nature, and the best day, and to get a final price on it. But I would expect by February we should be able, if things go well, to present council with a recommendation for local services.
That's good.
And if it was not to come to fruition, then we have to go out to bid it. But I don't think it will be able to get a 20% reduction in the wax. So I think this is good for both of us.
May I have a motion on that?
So this, instead of waste management,
Yes.
eliminating,
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion, but I have a comment before. We have been actively seeking an alternative. We had talked to some people, Magnolia was collecting quite a few towns, but they couldn't handle it anymore. At that particular time we started talking, Belmar could not do it. But things changed. Belmar now has a day because they're not collecting someone else's trash. So we could fit into that slot. Now, Richard has some questions that he has to go over with the superintendent of the highways there, et cetera. And the way we're looking at this thing is that I think we've always said that whenever we do things as far as trash, there's sometimes where it's advantageous for you to have your own people do it, and sometimes it's not. We found ourselves in this last position where we would have to buy a truck, maybe two, to collect the trash. When you think the total picture, it wasn't the thing to do. The thing to do was get waste management. So we did that, and we've had that. Now we have up till the middle of the year when their contract ends. So in doing this, I have to mention this to you, and I think that everybody should know that this is only the foot in the door with Belmar. Belmar is able to do some other things with us, so it could be that we have a good partner here as far as doing some of our smaller streets, paving, et cetera, like that. So Richard has been very aggressive on this program, so I want to thank you, Rich. And I'm wholeheartedly very big to boost if we ask Richard to continue to negotiate.
I second it.
Thank you, Nick. Let's do a roll call on that, Richard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes, have. Paying the bills?
I'd like to move the payment of bills along with the monthly contractual bills, including the amendment we got from that entails a manual for Bob and sheet 2 for some parking pay, state department of Insurance, and the trust management bond, or the second manual. I guess I could have said that.
I second all that.
Thank you, Nick. Roll call?
Mr. Paz?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio? Yes. Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Four yes.
That was another successful year coming to a close I'd like to report progress.
Definitely.
Sometimes slow, but definitely progress.
Anything that is good in welfare? Anyone have anything? Come up to the microphone, give you your name, address, speak. None, see anyone?
There are people who wish to speak. I'll close the welfare with one little comment. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy one, prosper, and good luck.
Me too.
I did speak with John this afternoon after we received the letter from Frank. Just wanted to let you know that John and I will just be reporting directly until we're here. So this way we have.
I didn't hear you.
John will just report directly to me with issues, and if there's something going on, I'll notify all council the next couple of weeks, with Frank setting that.
Mayor, if I may, I'd like to just go back with a thought. I was also speaking with John Dunn today, and I forgot to mention it. I thought that he had some concerns about the health coverage for non-contractual employees. I thought we had discussed the fact that we were going to treat our non-contractual employees the same as we did.
You know, we will.
After 25 years.
Well, the issue, if I could, as far as if we go for general open to public meeting, we've spent a lot of time working on how we handle retirement issues. And one thing that has never come up before since I've been here, and no one's ever asked the question, is what about current employment? Not necessarily retirement, but how is it handled currently? So we're going to have to defer to the plan to double check on that. So with regard to this specific issue and how that works as far as management goes, I think it goes back to what the plan says. Because it's not in the contracts, it's not in the ordinance.
Well, that was his concern.
Right.
And I thought we spoke about that before.
Well, I think we spoke many times, this goes back almost 4 years, you're right, we talked about how to resolve.
We do.
But you're right, it was mostly retirees, I think we were
Yeah.
talking about. Current employees, I think it's like.
I mean, it's a very good question. It's one that hasn't come up before. We're going to have to.
So something happens to someone who has their 25 years in while they are employed. How do you treat
Their
the
spouse.
survivors?
Yeah.
And it's something we've never really considered that before.
Does the plan outline that?
We don't know, we have to get a copy of the plan document.
Okay.
But I'm only raising it because I did get a question, and I would hope that, as you move into 2013,
Resolve that. Okay, absolutely.
Who seconded the closing of the office?
I did, second.
Seconded.
Yeah, that's good.
We didn't ask Mark, were you just here to make sure you take it?
She shows his smiling face.
Councilman White asked me to come in case you guys wanted to take action on awarding the egress door, but I don't know if you've had enough time to look at it or take any action on that tonight.
You mean the 10 minutes we had? Is that-
What's that?
Looked over, we gave out the prints, and we had one contractor come back and give us a number, and he gave us a really good number.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go ahead and vote on it, push it through. We have money, it's something that needs to be done. And no set of drag our feet, we can get started on it now.
Is it a good?
Yeah, it's a good number. The guy gave the number to get the job.
What was the number we thought it was going to come?
We thought it was gonna be like over 10,000, it came in at 8,100. Was it 8,100?
Fix the door on the outside?
Yeah.
We're gonna raise the door.
Readjust the pavers.
Put a concrete platform outside, a wooden platform inside, but we're replacing the existing plywood floor. And then we're also going to strip 3 feet of the drywall off, replace any wet insulation, and then put it all back together and get a brand new door. And we were estimating closer to 10, like Councilman White said, 10,000 or 11,000 to do all this work. And it's the contractor that's currently in town for the bathroom down at the Beaver Branch Park, so he's in town.
What's the same contract?
Can we give him,
How
can we
long-
give him the okay now?
Well, how long can we wait if the bid is still good?
Well, I mean, there's no really just a way to get them started on it. We gave not the out to 3 people, but he got one price back.
Well, that's what bothers me, when we got one price back. When we did the floor, remember we did the floor in the police, when we got like one bid, and I think like Frank had gotten 3 more guys to come in, and we got a better price. I don't like getting one price.
We can waste it on.
long's the door gonna go?
All done.
We can always call a special meeting if we have to,
Absolutely.
right? That's all.
Are you saying you're willing to consider some in January?
You have a meeting, you have
Or
a meeting in January.
are you saying?
I think what she's
February, I mean,
saying
I think if I, just on this issue, since it's the door, yes, it's been forever, but we're trying to get things off.
but it's the same contractor who's doing the bathrooms, and I don't remember the bathrooms being done just yet. So he'll be here for at least 3 or 4 months.
We just got the prints.
He'll be here for a
We just
few
got
months.
Wait a minute.
the permits approved. Permits just got approved.
I was there then.
Yeah.
So you got started yesterday?
Would not say it didn't get started yesterday, but I'll see why there's a complete. You know,
Well, he's
when
still gonna be in
we
town.
come out and get some more prices.
Well, he's in town, I would say. How long is it gonna take to do the bathroom?
Good month or two, depending on weather. We might actually get delayed to the spring, depending on what they can get done before the ground.
And I think this, we can always call it.
So we can always call a special meeting,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
That's good.
Did you put it out for bids? Has it already gone out for bids, Ed?
Yeah.
It's just-
And then you only got the one in?
Correct.
How long has it been out for bids?
It was, we solicited quotes, it wasn't advertised in the paper since it's under the bid threshold. We
Right.
just tried to get 3 quotes, and I sent it out, middle of November, I think. So they've had it for like 6 weeks.
Oh, okay. That's one thing we didn't know, and then we got the one.
Did you
bid.
call the other 2 guys back?
Councilman White was getting numbers. I reached out to Panarelli to get their numbers, and they responded.
And Penrose is the contractor, but the other 2 contractors didn't respond. Did you say you tried to get a hold of them?
Councilman White.
Yeah,
You called, they don't do it?
no response.
No response?
That's why
Small,
I
yeah.
asked him, you know, is it worth going waiting more or not?
I think it is. I mean, we haven't, it's been, I've been here for 4 years, and the floor's been in bad shape. And,
Can I have a moment? Wait,
why can't we,
Wait,
why,
no more.
wait a second, why can't we at least get the other 2 guys, we spent the time to call 2 other people?
They didn't respond.
If they say no, I agree with you. Then we have an obligation to get at least another price. I mean, in most cases, we have to get 3 prices, don't we? We're supposed to
You
get.
have to try. and
Or
get
you
to-
need more than one, but if you go out and ask and nobody gives it to you, you're stuck with the one.
A non-response is a quote.
Non-responses?
I guess my question is, how does that relate to the engineer's estimate requirement?
It's under.
It's been over 6 weeks.
I see.
Okay. All right. Now, may I have an adjournment? Nobody wants to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? You never know. Everybody has to be in the